I would like to tell you that on Friday night, when Fratele Paolo mi said, you're going to hold a lesson, I didn't know exactly what lesson I'll have. And yesterday I was thinking, and there was no lesson that came. I didn't have anything. But in this morning, I was reading my Bible outside the house, and all of a sudden, a fly came on my hand. But this was a special fly. A stat pe mâna mea for maybe at least 2 minutes. And usually flies, they come and go, right? No. This fly sat on my arm, and I look at this fly. I admire this fly because the flies are God's creation. So today, oh, did you guys know that flies are in the Bible? Do you think they're in the Bible or no? Is it in the Bible? Where do you think it's in the Bible? Anybody? Yeah.
Revelation.
In the Revelation, flies. I don't know. It could be in the Revelation. But I know it's in Exodus. And I'm going to read you something. O să vă citesc ceva. Listen up to me. In Exodus chapter 4, we have the plagues care au venit peste Pharaoh, right? And one of the plague was muștele. Listen. Domnul a zis lui Moise, scoală-te dis de dimineață, du-te înaintea lui Faraon, când are să iasă să ducă la apă și să-i spui, așa vorbește Domnul, lasă pe poporul meu să plece și să-mi slujească. Dacă nu vei lăsa pe poporul meu să plece, am să trimit niște muște câinești, I don't know cum erau alea, împotriva ta, împotriva slujitorilor tăi, împotriva poporului tău și împotriva caselor tale. Verse 23. Voi face o deosebire între poporul meu și poporul tău. Mai departe, Domnul trimite aceste muște și at the end, Pharaoh comes to Moses și spune, Moses, please pray that those muște pleacă de la noi because we're tired of them, like some of you guys are. Tired of muște. And this week, I was tired of muște. I think Emily was tired of muște too. We were at the farm, and there were so many muște all over, flies, you know. I was taking care of my cows and flies all over. And actually, even I destroyed some of the flies. But you know what? As I was studying a little bit about the flies, I just realized that Pharaoh, he was fed up with flies. Și a spus, rugați-vă, plecați de aici. Și Moise s-a dus la Faraon, s-a rugat Domnului și Domnul a făcut ceea ce cerea Moise. Și muștele s-au depărtat de la Faraon și de la slujitorii lui și de la poporul lui și n-a mai rămas una. Can you believe that? The Bible is true. There were swarms of flies. A lot of thousands of flies. They're all over. Pharaoh got fed up. He asked Moses. Moses prayed, and all the flies were gone. Not even one. But it's amazing. In Israel's camp, there were no flies. Only in Pharaoh's. So we have an awesome, awesome God. But now, there's a lesson from a fly. Let's go ahead and move on. Psalm 104:24. Always, I love this. Oh Lord, how manifold are your works. And wisdom, you have made them all. Even the flies are God's creation. So next time when you see a fly, remember, it's God's creation, right? Now, one of the things a fly will tell us that they've been created by God in the 6th day. And you know what? They listen to God. They are God's creation. When God said, go to Pharaoh's house, they will swarm. They will go all together and do the damage. And when God said, get out, they follow God's command because they are God's creation. And not only that, but I learned as I was reading about them, there are over 120,000 kinds of flies. We know a few of them, but there are many, many, many more that we do not know. Now, a little bit about flies. Can you roll over? You know, the body of a fly, it's extremely, extremely interesting. The eyes, the smell, it's so good. And actually, those flies, they can smell so much better than we can smell. They can detect, and we're going to learn a little later, they are doing an awesome, awesome job for us, even though sometimes we don't like them. Can you move on? Now, there are many types of flies, and some of them are larger, smaller. Some of them, they fly faster or slower. But they, you know, there's something there is very interesting about a fly, which it's mind-boggling. Do you know that a fly, you know, it's got some weight, right? How does the fly stick to the ceiling without falling? Usually if you have anything that has weight, the gravity, what happens? Pulls it down. But this fly can attach to a ceiling. It's got something, you know, 6 little feet, and can stick to the ceiling. It's amazing. It's God's creation, right? Now, there are many, many times, and you know, we're not going to get into it, but different shapes, different sizes. This is God. How wonderful God makes things. Even the flies, okay? Let's move on. There are some things that flies don't like, you know, and there's a, you know, do you know right there, there's a spray, there's a zip. Do you know a little machine? When the fly go to the zipper, what does it do? Zip. And what happened to the fly? Dies. A lot of people don't like it. You know, those flies, they really don't like to touch those things or to be touched by those things, okay? Now, what did I learn and what did you know about the flies? Because some of the flies, they do pollinate flowers. So they pollinate some of the flowers. The flies do that. Did you know that the flies recycle food waste? Okay, they're the cleaners. Actually, they do a great job. You know, they help to maintain that the world will be a much dirtier place we live in without flies. I know they're nasty sometimes. We try to kind of get rid of them, but you know what? They do a good thing. Let me see. They're very good decomposer. They work and they encourage dead carcasses to decompose faster because of them. If we would not have no flies, you know, like the deer on the side of the road would probably last much, much longer. But because of the flies, they decompose much faster, okay? Let's see a few more things. And then a fly cleans itself constantly. Constantly, she's cleaning herself. If you look at a fly, always constantly she does this because she wants to be clean, even though we think that she's dirty. But she cleansed herself. So maybe we need to learn from flies. Sometimes wash our hands a little more often, right? To get clean, okay? Something else that they do, flies are water quality indicators. If there are flies, water, the presence of a fly tells me that the water is good. If there are no flies, water is not good. So, you know, there's an indicator. So if you have flies at home, dacă aveți mușchi de acasă, bucurați-vă, înseamnă că calitatea apei dumneavoastră este good. Este bună. Let's move on. Advice from a fly, sugestie de la o muscă. Next time one or many of us come into your home, talk to us, smile, and watch what we do. We respond well to love. Data viitoare, când una sau mai multe dintre noi vine la casa ta, vorbiți cu noi, zâmbiți dacă e posibil, și observați ceea ce facem. Răspundem bine la dragoste. And I would like each one of you guys, next time when you see maybe a fly or maybe a creature, before you step on it, before you do something, observe, look at it, and at the same time, praise God because it's one of God's creature. All right? May the Lord bless you. And now I want you to go back to your parents and be good. All right? But God bless you.